Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wrestle Buddy Raw Recap with yours truly, the Drip King Jimmy Bay. Sorry, fumbling on my words already. You missed me last week. I'm back this week to give you the haps on what the show was, and it was it was a much better show than last week, in my opinion. Not to say last week's show was anything other than good, but this week was just better. That's just what it is. And so I'm just going to jump right into it. We got Tidy in the chat. Baby, thank you for joining us already. Tidy, good to see you. Good to see you, bud. Show starts off. We getting, well, look at this. Look at this. Cap, Cap, stand up past his bedtime. How about that? Thank you for joining us, Cap. Thank you for joining us. We got Bianca starting to show off. She's got Alexa and Asuka in tow, following her down to the ring, and she's out there. She's talking about Bayley. She's talking about Dakota and Io and all that, talking about her title match with Bayley. She said she'd do it tonight, but she knows Bayley ain't about that business. Thank you, babe. Thank you, babe. Looking good as well, always. And then as soon as she mentions Bayley, you know Bayley coming out to the ring. So Bayley comes out, and she lets it be known, like, hey, you were groomed. You were chosen for this position. I had to fight for it. And then she let it be known, like, you only accomplished all of this stuff you've done in the past year because I've been gone. And then Bianca had to be like, whoa, let me put you in check there, girl, because last time you were here, the last thing I remember doing to you is hitting you with the KOD on the ladder and then beating her at the Hell in a Cell. So Bayley got put in check a little bit. She had to step back, like, whoa, okay. Anyway, something happened here, and then Bianca ended up challenging Io to a match, and that's what we're starting off with tonight on Raw. Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. Thank you. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. Tidy got you, man. You need to watch what he's telling you. I think this is what he was talking about the other day. Watch it with Trixie and Katya. I don't know who Marika is, though. Anyway, so we're getting Io versus Bianca. Let me scan real quick just to make sure I'm not going to jump. Nope, I was wrong, so I'm not going to do it. I almost got upset tonight because I thought we had one woman's match, but we get another one tonight, and it was a special one. Nothing great about the match, just a special moment, so we'll get to that later. But Io and Bianca, they had a match. I think it was the first Raw that Io was there, like after SummerSlam. It was a decent match. This match, mucho better. Io just looked better all around. They seemed to have better chemistry this time around. They got a decent amount of time to put their story together. I enjoyed the match. Obviously, you know, Bianca Belair's going over here. That's just what it is. Io looked very, very good, though, in defeat. So I ain't terribly mad at it. During the match, they went to commercial break, came back from commercial break, and in comes the big old, I think it was a stretch limo expedition excursion, something along the lines. It was a big old vehicle. Comes in, and out comes Sami Zayn, and he's rocking some shades. He's looking the part. He is the honorary Uso, and now he got some stroke going on in the bloodline. He's on the phone having a good old time, and then Solo, the enforcer, just standing there doing his thing. The pairing of Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa is it is beautiful. You can't get two personalities that are as different as those two guys are, and it works great, obviously. She said to check it out. You got to let her know it's on YouTube. So that happened in the middle of the match, came back, and again, Bianca won the match. So good opening to the show. The stuff that started the show didn't take too long. The match itself was really good. Sami, and that's just a add on to the extra goodness of the first segment of the show. After the match, we go to the back. Rey Mysterio Jr., and he's basically letting me know, I will always love my son, and I will never fight him. But that person is not my son. I do not recognize him. He is brainwashed by Rhea. And then he starts talking about his match with Seth. He knows Seth's a killer. He's got to be on his A game. He's got to come. He's got to bring it, and that's what he's going to do. From there, we go to Miz, and he's talking to his security team. I'm just blazing through the stuff tonight. Miz, I'm trying to match the energy of the show. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Courtney. So Miz is talking to a security team, and he's letting me know, hey, you're going to go find the man who shall not be named. And we're not talking Voldemort here. We are talking about Dexter Lumis. He calls the security team the Miz Forced. He said the person that he is now is not my son. He does not recognize him. He still loves his son. That's not his son. That's what he's saying. So Miz sends the Miz Force. Go find him. And he's doing it in front of the Edmonton Oilers, like what is it? Trophy case, and they got a bunch of dummies in there, and then you got one that's dressed up as the goalie, and he's and a girl's like, that was Dexter. And I said, no, it wasn't. More on that later though. So yeah, Dexter Loomis. So after that, go to commercial break, come back, we get Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio Jr. And I'm excited for this because last time we saw these dudes, they were in a program that lasted way too long. They tried some things that weren't all that great. Not as bad as everyone made it out to be, but not that great. And so these guys had the match, and it was really good. I don't think it was great. I think it was missing something. Obviously, there's no story built up to this. It's just kind of like they did something last week, and now they're fighting this week. But anyway, it was a really, really good match. Too many Hurricane Ranas, I think, was the problem with this one. And I'm not just exaggerating. I think there was like 6 Hurricane Ranas. And then the Miz forced my Power Ranger intro. I ain't mad at that. Go Power Rangers. That's what I always say. We got the hope Loomis disempowers Miz with a wooden cook. Man, you hate too much on that. Come on, man. Just quit hating on the Miz. You know that all fake. What's all fake? I think your profile's fake, man. Get out of here with that nonsense. Peace. Get out of here. I'm not even going to put you back up. If I can boot you, I'll boot you. I'll boot you. I'm not going to block you, though. See what else you got to say. Anyway, so during this match, Dom comes out. He's got the chair. He teases hitting Rollins with it, but then he comes and he puts his hand around Rollins. He says, go ahead and have at it. Sets the chair up, sits down, and watches the match from there on out. Yeah, I'm tired of the Hurricane Rana. I don't mind the Hurricane Rana, but like I said, when you do it as much as Ray did in this match, it's like, come on, stop it. Anyway, so Seth, the Ray match continues as Dom is watching from the chair, just enjoying the show. And at one point, they're fighting on the outside. No, Ray's on the outside. Rollins is on the inside. Dom actually he's going to hit Ray with the chair. Then he throws it down, says, come on, hit me. Ray picks the chair up. He's not going to hit him. So I don't know why he's even going to pick up the chair. But then he's like, no, son. And then Rhea comes from behind out the crowd and throws Ray into the ring post. And then they throw him in the ring. Seth hits the stomp and then puts him in this sick little, I can't remember what they called it, but a nice little submission move just to throw that little nod at Riddle, like, I could do this stuff too. And then Rey Mysterio loses. And that's the match. It was a good match. It lasted a good minute, and it wasn't great. Like I said, man, it was just missing that something. It was really good. I'm not shitting on the match at all. It was enjoyable. Just I don't think there was anything leading up to it, so it was hard to be like really invested. Before the match, though, Seth Rollins cut a promo, and basically he lets it be known he's not worried about Riddle in the fight pit. He's literally been in every single match there could be, and he's won them all. So he's going to do what he always does. He's going to go in that fight pit. He's going to smash Riddle's face, and then he's going to stand there as the crowd sings his song. Oh, you know what the song is, and that's how it's going to be. And then he went into the thing. So I like that Riddle didn't interfere here because that was getting kind of played out a little bit. They stopped it. Thank you. Very, very good. I like to see it. Yeah, burn him, Seth promo. Burn it down. He ain't burning shit down at Extreme Rules. Riddle's going to smash this dude. Anyway, so from there we go to Riddle and Lashley in the back. Little just back and forth with them. Nothing hostile. Just like, hey, I took him on last week. You going to take him on the Extreme Rules. You're going to do this. We know how to fight. It's in the fight pit. We know this. We know this world. He doesn't know this world. He is, but don't you ever interfere in one of my matches again. Riddle's like, no problem, bro. And that was the segment. You like AW stars Edge, Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby, is AW now, man. You don't even watch the show. Coming here talking about it's fake, and then you tell me stuff like that. No excuse who it's going to be. Excuse you, not excuse. Excuse you is going to be, it's going to be Riddle, Extreme Rules. 100%. Hundo. So, after that little promo, little backstage before with Riddle and Lashley, we go to the Panda Express. That's right, I'm calling it the Panda Express because that's what it is. Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano taking on Alpha Academy. Very, very good match, which should come as no surprise to anybody here because Kevin Owens is awesome. Johnny Gargano, awesome. Chad Gable, awesome. And Otis, I'll go ahead and say it, as a big man, he's awesome. Chemistry for days, these dudes. The match went on. That I think every match tonight had some length except for the other women's match, which again we will get to. There's a reason for it, and I'm not mad at it. Very good match here. Probably would have been match of the night if it wasn't for someone else, which we'll get to as well a little bit. You had a little bit of everything in here. Kevin Owens taking out Otis with the announcer's table. Theory tried to interfere. He grabbed Johnny's foot when he went for a super kick, and then he tried to hit him with a briefcase. Ducked it. He ended up super kicking Austin Theory, and then he comes in, hits his little, I guess his catapult DDT is going to be his finishing move. We about to have some words right there, Captain. And Johnny Gargano picked up the win over Chad Gable. Otis, this is useless. You must love some poopy flavored lollipops, Sam, because Otis is the man. Otis is awesome as a just brute heel. The play the second fiddle with Chad Gable. You crazy, man. You crazy. Panda Express all day. Loved it. No. Not what he means. Yeah, Riddle gonna win. That's what it is. So again, this was a great match. I loved every minute. But again, it's Kevin Owens. I'm gonna love it every single time. From there, we go to AJ. He's being interviewed in the back, and during his interview, here comes Finn Balor again. And he's like, "Hey, I'm your friend. I'm here to help you. You're taking on Sami Zayn tonight, and he's got Solo Sikoa watching his back. Why don't I watch your back? Judgment Day, watch your back. We can do our thing together." AJ says, "Yo, I'm gonna do my own thing. I got myself. I don't need it. Tell him, Heidi, Otis is boss. Stop it, Cap. Stop it. Cap in here with the Cap. That's what we're talking about, because Otis is the man, and I will hear no other." So they're teasing a little bit of tension or too sweet action here with Finn and AJ. We'll see how it plays out, but more on that in a little bit. There's a lot of that. There's stuff that's just leading to things later in the show, which is always a plus. After that, we go to Alpha Academy, and Austin Theory is just getting it in on them. Like, what's your problem? I thought y'all were this. I thought y'all were that. Y'all can't do anything. You're not doing this. They blame it on Braun Strowman. Say, well, he's in our head. He's everywhere. We got this. Austin Theory's phone rings. Of all these times we've seen this man taking selfies and all stuff, it's never went off boop, 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 with a text message, and it's never rang. So this is what interesting. He says, "Huh? Okay." He hands it to Gable and says, "It's for you." And then you hear Braun Strowman on the other end says, "I'm going to get you. You're going to get these." Whatever Braun Strowman says, who is over AF, I will add there. Since I don't do a SmackDown recap, I can't ever say the things that I see on SmackDown. After watching SmackDown, Braun Strowman is over AF. But that's for SmackDown. So, and then he basically challenges Chad Gable next week to Chad Gable's hometown on Raw. And Chad Gable's like, shush, please. He's terrified. He's scared shitless. He's going to get destroyed next week by Braun Strowman. It's going to be funny. And then he'd go with the hag. Nah, Braun Strowman is an excellent big man. Shush. You shush on that for real. Strowman is an excellent big man. And again, he is over AF. So after that, we go to Omos versus some jobbers. Don't know why Omos is still coming in here beating up on some jobbers, but he is what it is. The MVP made a comment, and it kind of has me thinking they're going to be doing an Omos versus Strowman program, maybe down the road a little bit. I don't know, but he said Braun may be the monster of all monsters, but I don't remember the end of it, but he referenced Braun when talking about Omos smashing these guys and then stacking them on the commentaries table before leaving. So I think that's coming somewhere down the road. Hopefully not too soon, but people love Braun back. Yeah, man, when he showed up, I was like, okay, that's a nice pop, but it's a return. I expect people to get pops for returns. Then on SmackDown, when he showed up, he got another good pop. It's like, okay, well, he returned to Raw, now he's returned to SmackDown. He's getting that debut pop for SmackDown. But now I'm still watching him on every show that I watch, and it's like he's still getting those reactions. People love this man, and it's good because he's an excellent big man. So I'm not mad at him at all. Anybody shit on Braun? What's wrong? Go watch your little indie fest or your 80s wrestling. Omos needs something and fast to get him over when even MVP can't talk. You got problems. Yeah, he needs to go back to the Performance Center. He was being trained by Kevin Nash and Scott Hall at one point. And then I think the pandemic happened and that stopped. So they saw something in the guy. They just didn't get to get their hands fully wrapped around him and mold him into the person that he probably could be. So he needs to get back down there and maybe get Nash back involved with him to help him kind of highlight the things he's good at and hide the things he's bad at, because there are some bad things that are very glaring at certain points. And keep MVP with him because MVP is a great mouthpiece. But so that was that thing. We go to the back, and then Miz Vorce. Miz is on the phone. He looks over, and Miz Vorce is just completely taken out, and they're stacked down. He goes, "What the heck?" He's terrified. And then behind him, the hockey guy that was dressed as the goalie, like I told you earlier, is Dexter Lumis. My girl was right when she said it. We'll see. I'll get that in a second. And then he hits Miz with this hockey stick. He jumps down. And then he hits him over the back with the hockey stick. And then he jumps down and starts choking him out. And then starts petting his head like he always does. I don't think there's anything wrong with these segments. But, man, if they don't give us a reason, a who, what, where, why, when, and all that other good jazz, why? Why do I even care about these little things? Because, again, the house one wasn't entertaining. But everything else has been entertaining. I just don't know why at this point. It's going on. It's like a running gag at this point. Give me a reason as to why I should give a crap about this anymore. Was Miz entertaining tonight? I want Miz. Miz was entertaining tonight, but again, that's just back and forth. One week I'm like Miz, next week I'm like, yo, get him off the TV. Almost there's something there, but he's quickly becoming. He is nowhere near Giant Gonzalez, man. Come on, man. I get what you're saying. He's on the downside, and he shouldn't be because he's young and he's still new. So he's on the wrong side of things, but I think he has plenty of potential and upside to him to where they can correct it. If they pull him off TV right now, though, pull him off, fix the little kinks, the bad things he's got, and then send him back out when he's ready. That's what I think they need to do. Hold up. My Street Profits juice, not in a red Solo cup, though. Sorry, I ain't got one. Anyway, from there, we go to next women's match. Nikki, ASH, she's out there. She's rocking a jacket. She's working the black stuff. And it's like, okay, she's still doing the superhero gimmick. And then she's standing in the ring. She's waiting on her opponent. Music starts. And I'm like, yo, I can't remember who this was. Like, whose song is this? I was like confused for a second. Then it pops up. Candice LeRae, sorry for the spoiler there, Tidy. I know you're going to be excited about this one. But Candice LeRae pops up. Candice LeRae comes out. The Poison Pixie. Oh, shit. This is awesome. She comes out. The match was not, it was very short. There was nothing. But I imagine Candice LeRae isn't fully ready. And she just had a baby like, what, 10 months ago. So for her to be in that ring like wrestling was kind of crazy. She a little rust, but again, 10 months ago. So good on her. I'm excited to see her back because she's great. It's just one more to add to this already freaking phenomenal women's roster that just keeps getting better and better and better and better and better. I don't even want to see him in NXT, honestly. So skipping back to Omos for a second, I don't want to see him. He doesn't fit into NXT at all. He just needs to go to the Performance Center and train. That's the Poison Pixie stuff right there for sure. Yep. See, I knew you'd be excited. Again, sorry for the spoiler, but it is what it is. That's your girl. Nikki is DOA. She needs gimmick rehabilitation quickly, and we'll just transition right into it because after the match, Nikki ASH, she ripped her mask off and she was in the corner just crying. That thing's done. I would be shocked if we ever saw her with that mask on again. I gave it every opportunity I could. I hate that it didn't work for her because it was her idea, her baby. They gave her a push to start off with, then they pulled the rug out from under her, and she never recovered. I hate it for her because Nikki's awesome. I wanted the gimmick to work. I really did. The girl loves it. She got the mask. She loves it. She loves Alexa. She loves Nikki. But it didn't work. And hopefully they find something for her because Nikki's too good to just not utilize. Again, with this roster of women, there's so much talent. And she can stand out because she's that good. So hopefully that works. I'm here for the spoilers. You make it entertaining, man. Good. I want Nikki to get over. Probably best in worker. I'll say I think she's like a Dolph Ziggler where she's not going to be the top girl there. but she's good enough to stand out and help get someone over. I think that's Nikki's MO from here on out. I'm glad she got a title run. I hate that it wasn't longer, but now she could just kind of like be that guy or that girl. My bad. She could be that girl that's like, okay, I'm really good. Who you need me to put over? Who you need me to help out? Who you need me to school on? I almost don't even want to go back to the crazy Nikki because it's just that would be lazy a little bit. But we'll see what happens with it. The mask is gone though. No more superhero, supervillain, whatever she was trying to be at this point. I don't know. But what we got? And yeah, he had his moment. This is the this about Dolph. He comes in, he does his thing, he shows out, and then he disappears for a little while. That's just what he does now. Like I hate it from Dolph fans, but that's what it is. Appreciate him while he's on because it never lasts long, not at all. After that, we go to Judgment Day, and then Finn is talking, and he's like, "Yo, AJ's going to say yes." And then after that, we get Damian Priest, and he cuts a promo on Riddle. And I've been pretty high on Priest since he debuted on Raw, and he had that nice run. I underrated United States title run for whatever reason. People just be like, it was not bad. The man didn't lose for almost a straight year, and when he did, he lost the United States title. The run could have been better, but based on the other runs we've had the United States title, Damian Priest is pretty good in comparison. He was stagnant there for a little bit. The Judgment Day thing, I was like, okay, that's a good thing for him, but then the whole thing, the wheels fell off. Edge got kicked out. Rhea had to disappear because of an injury, and then it just kind of was like on life support. Rhea came back. Okay, they're breathing some life back into it. The Dom thing, of all people, Dominic Mysterio has really helped the Judgment Day thing become like, oh, okay. He got the wheels back on this thing and it's moving again. And now Damian Priest. The promo he cut tonight was so I believe everything he said. It came across. He didn't stutter. He didn't hesitate. He was just like, "Yo, this is what it is. This is what it's gonna be." He comes across so damn cool, and he's a big dude who can hurt people. I put it on the Twitter machine. They have to do something with this man right now because he's 40. What is he? 40 years old today. He don't have much time left. Get something out of him while you can because he's so cool. He oozing machismo. That's why he's got the Scott Hall stuff on. He's got it. Do something with him. Man, build his for real. He should be like a guy that hurts and punishes people before they go to the main event scene. Honestly, he's that good and he's believable. Like I said, tonight's promo was probably the best promo I've ever seen him cut. It was just because of how clean it was. But that was that. Next up, it is time for AJ Styles, and he is taking on Sami Mother effing Zayn. That's right, Sami Zayn sighting on WWE Raw, so you know it was a good night. He's accompanied by Solo Sikoa, the enforcer. He's taking Solo under his wing. He's going to teach him the ropes. He's going to show him the way. That's what it is. So we get a match between Sami and AJ. And fan effing-tastic. I'm watching my mouth. It was so good. This went like 3 segments. So the time is there for the people who do the stopwatch stuff. The time was there. What I liked about this is literally right up until the ending of the match, Sami was wrestling like a babyface. Maybe it was because we were in Canada. Maybe it's because that turn's coming soon. I don't know. But he was pulling out some stuff we haven't seen from Sami in quite some time. So the springboard moonsault that he did from the apron to the floor was the one I was like, oh, we're getting this Sami tonight. Okay. There was a little bit of clunkiness to the chemistry wasn't fully there. Not sure what that was. But again, sometimes slop is good. It gives a real fight feel, and that's what we got here. Gold. It was platinum, silver, gold, all that combined into one, rubies and jewels and diamonds and all that, all of it. It was so good. I loved it. Loved it. Good luck rest of the week, everybody. You're not going to top it. Anyway, so like I said, Sami, I loved wrestling as a babyface. It's been so long since we've seen it. But then the end came, and he had to get a little bit mischievous. He grabbed AJ's hair as he went for the phenomenal forearm. And the ref's like, yo, what are you doing? Which allowed Solo. It wasn't the traditional grab the referee thing. He gave us the ref a reason to grab him and be distracted. I like that little thing right there because it means the world to me. As this is happening to Solo Sikoa, he pulls AJ's legs out from under him, and instead of it being like that spot where AJ hits his head on the apron, he falls down into the Solo Sikoa's arm, who does his, I'm calling it a rock bottom, I don't care. People gonna be like, you're a Nagi. No, rock bottom, AJ's ass on the apron, and then push him in the ring. And then AJ got up in the corner. Haluva kick. 1, 2, 3. It's time for a celebration. Pop the champagne bottles, pop the corks, throw the confetti in the sky, blow the whistles, whatever we got to do. It's party time. Sami Zayn just picked up a victory over AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw. Thank you. And a fantastic match. It doesn't get any better than that. You could have stopped the show right there, and I would have been happy. It was awesome. I loved every second of it. I'm clearly a Sami mark now. People have watched me grow. I've always been a Sami fan, but he's grown as my number one guy now, and you've all been on this journey with me. I've slowly just transformed into like, nope, Sami has overtaken Kevin at this point. Sami's number one. And tonight is just one of the many, many, many reasons why that we've seen over the past 2.5 years now. He's so fucking good. After the match, Sami and Solo walk out. AJ's in the ring, and he's selling that he just got rock bottomed on the apron. And then out comes Judgment Day. And Finn says, hey, I'm giving you the chance because had you accepted my offer earlier, maybe the outcome of this match is a little bit different. So now here's your chance. I'm offering you the opportunity. Join me. AJ gets up. Finn holds up this. AJ says, oh, and then hits him with the Stone Cold Salute. What are you doing, AJ? And then in comes Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Dom. They just start kicking the crap out of Finn Balor, out of AJ Styles. Then they put the chair around his neck, and they're getting ready to stomp it. And then Finn says, no. I could have ended you right now. It could have been all over for you. I'm giving you the opportunity because I'm your friend. Join us. Great segment. It won't get talked about enough. I know this already, but it was a great segment. I'm telling people he can go in the ring for sure. Anybody doesn't think he can go in the ring can go on out of here. I don't got no time for him. So, awesome match. Awesome afterbirth of the match. Like everything about that was great. Yeah. And then commercial break, come back. Bianca is congratulating Candice LeRae on coming back, getting a win, yada, yada, yada. Then Bayley shows up, and she's talking. I think I kind of missed a little bit. I was getting myself a drink. Time for another drink. And then something along the lines of LeRae made a gesture at Dakota, so I think they're going to wrestle next week. Oh, I'm all for that. That'll be a fun match. I don't think so, but it kind of looked like she gestured the tag titles, which I don't know how that would happen. It's just one of her, but we'll see where that goes. You would think Alexa and Asuka had that under wraps, but I don't know. Anyway. Oh, yeah, and by the way, happy birthday, Asuka. She didn't get to wrestle tonight. That sucks, but I don't know. It's a birthday. Let her win. Let her win a match, man. Come on. But they didn't. But, yep. Watch. I'll give it a look. Come on. Comments. Good. It makes it seem like AJ might join. Come on, man. This thing's not working good tonight. Anyway, so with this, I don't know, man, because I'll give a little bit of a spoiler. Not even a spoiler. On the house shows, he's been wrestling Roman Reigns. And since he's just had a match with Sami and Solo's involved, I imagine he'll have something to say about that. And with Bloodline coming to Raw in 2 weeks, it makes me think that we might be getting AJ and Roman program. But he's also in the middle of this Judgment Day thing. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. We will see. Watch it. Candice LeRae was on it. Yeah, I imagine she was on. She probably got a lot to say. It's still crazy to think that she had that baby 10, 11 months ago. Maybe not even that long. I can't remember, but that's crazy. But yeah. So after that segment, it's time for the main event. Damian Priest, Matt Riddle. I ain't mad at that. Also, I'll talk about it at the end. White Bunny incoming towards the end. Stay tuned if you want to hear about it. So Damian Priest and Matt Riddle, what we got here was a freaking fantastic match. If you thought anything else was going to happen, I don't know what's wrong with you. They have history. They're buddies. They played to it a little bit in the beginning where they were countering literally every single strike and move they went for. Very fun, very cool, and it made sense. It wasn't like just two guys who randomly got in there. Like, they have a lot of history together. They were bros. So once things started going, they were a little stiff with each other. It was good to see. In the end, Finn got involved, Rhea got involved, Finn got involved again. I don't think Dom got involved. He might have. If he did, he's one of the people that got flipped on or kicked. I don't know. There was a lot going on with the Judgment Day on the outside. But in the end, Riddle was able to reverse a move by Damian Priest and roll him up, get the 1, 2, 3. As soon as that ref said 3, Finn Balor was on Riddle, beating the piss out of him. The timing of that couldn't have been any better because a split second earlier, DQ, and Matt Riddle wins that way. But he got the pin, and then it was so good timing. Dom and Rhea, they're in there, and they're just kicking the crap out of Riddle. Then Damian Priest gets up, he choke slams Riddle, and then, you think you know me. Here comes Edge, and he's running. That leg healed awfully quick, Edge. I want to know what doctor you got. He came out, speared Damian Priest, ducked under something, speared Finn Balor. He went to spear Dom before he got Balor, but Rhea Ripley pulled the little punk boy out, said, no, I'll save my baby. And then after that, Edge got on the mic. He said, you've been trying to take me out, but you can't stop me. I keep coming back and I keep fighting. So it's Extreme Rules. Finn Balor, I challenge you to an I Quit match. Poppy saves him. Man, I thought the Poppy the singer when you first said that. I was like, that would have been funnier to me. It would have been cooler. But anyway, I don't like the I Quit match between Edge and Finn because I don't see Edge winning. I don't see how Edge could lose this match. I said win at first. I don't see how Edge could lose this match. Finn shouldn't be taking a loss in that magnitude right now. I feel like that for the first time, this group has momentum, and he's the top guy there, so you should be building him up as like a kind of a big deal. And he's gonna have to say I quit to Edge. It sucks. Prove me wrong, 100%. I'm all for it. But this match, like, I was excited to see Edge versus Finn, but now it's like, yo, don't make Finn say I quit right now. Don't do that. You're gonna kill it. Anyway, that was the show. Let me see. Edge, no, Finn is on roll with yeah, AJ's involved with some stuff. So the promo last week with Finn. Yeah. Come on. I saw this match incoming. See, I knew they were going to have a match. I just wasn't sure what kind of match. And if I'm literally picking, I could pick, you can give me a Punjabi prison match over an I Quit match for these two right now because that's how bad of an idea I think the I Quit thing is. But then again, prove me wrong. That's always my thing. If I'm trying to be critical of anything, I'm always open for having my mind changed. So do it to me. Change my mind. But that was a show. Really, really good show. I was fully invested almost the entire time. I didn't see the necessity of congratulating Candice with Bianca's segment. Didn't really seem to fit. Almost seemed like there was like, let's get another women's segment on there, which I'm not against at all. I wish that we could see more women's matches. I was about to be mad about one women's match on tonight's show because I think we only had one last week. But they snuck that second one in there. Let's get some more, though, because it's you got a deep roster with the women. Let's see some more. Let's see some more matches and give them some more time. Let's see some segments. Let's see some feuds that aren't around the title that there aren't just Bayley and Bianca. Like, give us some other stuff. This was a great show, Jimmy. This is a good recap. I felt like I watched the show, and that's the kind of recap I would like to give because I remember one time Andy told me he started watching my recap. Within a minute, he turned it off and went and watched the show because he said my excitement was like, yo, I know I'm going to love this show based on how excited he was, and that's what I want to do. Good, fun time, and really just, I don't know, replicate that excitement or the show's energy and give it to everybody out there. I'm terrible at trying to explain what I did there. But White Rabbit time, I'm going to get this in here before we go. They did the tees. The first time they did the QR code, it was horrible placement. We couldn't do it, and I was losing my damn mind because it's like I want to click that QR code and I couldn't because they had it at a slant. So then I think they did this because of that. They flashed up on the screen, and then we got the thing for it. Now I couldn't see anything because everything was so fast, and I was just like, "Oh, who is it?" One thing we could say for sure is it's not Edge now. Thank you. But some things that I did catch on the Twitter machine and myself, I'm showing it again. Anyway, was one thing is the coordinates led to a place in Italy where there's like a huge pink bunny. It's like it's a monument or something. I don't know. It's huge. So it's the coordinates are a bunny in Italy. The zip code was for a place in Kentucky, that Corbin, Kentucky. Apparently, Bray Wyatt's last match before he became the Fiend was against Baron Corbin. There is a Wyndham Hotels in Baron Corbin, as well as a White Rabbit Records. And when you stop the video, you catch you catch on the astronaut part. If you look in the visor of the astronaut part, you see Alexa Bliss in her Alexa's Playground get up, just sitting, staring off into the world or into the space or whatever she's looking off into. So that's all the things that I've caught or read. I'm sorry, I'm not crediting anybody tonight. I didn't get your stuff, but that's what we got tonight. And again, it's not Bray. I mean, it's not Edge. I'm sorry. It's not Edge. So, thank you very much. But I imagine we'll get another one on Friday. They're going to stretch this one out. I'm all for it because I'm not tired of it at all yet. It's so good. And I love that that I'm not the only one invested. Literally everyone's invested in this. So they can do all the rabbit hole work now. I came up with my theory to begin with, and now I'm just going to sit back, enjoy, and then read everyone else's theories, and then just kind of build off that. And I love that everybody's that involved with it because these people get to work. They're internet sleuths like a mofo, picking apart these things and finding all these details. It's awesome. I love it. It's official after that. And I wouldn't say it's official. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't at this point. Oh, one more thing, and this is a very interesting part, so I hope you're listening, because apparently there's a source code that's on for the website or something. I don't know. I didn't understand the verbiage of it. But apparently something with the source code of the address of this video, if you go to it or something, it gives you the lyrics to Aleister Black's song from when he was in NXT and his short little run in WWE. Aleister Black I don't know. I don't know if he's released. I don't know if he's on conditional release. I don't know if I don't know the situation there. But the fact that they threw that in there, you trolling me like a ooh. But then again, if you're not trolling me, now we have a new hat in the ring. It's a very, very small percentage. But yes, Aleister Black is the new name that's being thrown into the ring. Yeah. Yep. So that was super, super, super interesting to me. And I love Alice. I liked him in AEW Malachi. I like Malachi Black. But I loved Aleister Black. The whole entrance and stuff was so damn dope. So I don't know. But another thing to point out is at the house show when they were doing the White Rabbit song and they were doing the stuff, a red ring was around a red ring of light was around the ring at the show. The red ring is the thing that Wyndham has on his Twitter all the time. So thank you, WWE, for doing this kind of work and putting this much effort into things, because it is truly a treat. Truly a treat. I'm seeing people who are not as excited about things like I am. Like, I get excited about so many things, but those people who are usually not excited are excited about this. It's such a wonderful job. And if it's not Bray, I better not see people attack the whole thing, because you don't let your expectations of who this is going to be ruin the ride and journey that we're on to get to where it's going. Don't. Because if they're putting this much time and effort into someone that's not Bray Wyatt, it's a debut, you better believe they see something that makes them think that he's worth this amount of time. So do not hate this if it's not Bray, people. Don't. And with that, I will say goodbye after this. I know I can't wait. we don't know that. He's on a mental health break right now, so that's as far as we know. So, and again, on the Full Gear poster, they made some changes after all the suspensions. House of Black was on the first one, and they didn't remove him after they removed everyone else on the second one. They're still back there in that corner. So take that for what we will as well. It's The Rock. The Rock is the white bunny, man. I'm going to end it right there. Andy would be happy to see that. That means he's going to get his match. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you for everybody for watching. And if you're watching at a later time, thank you for tuning in and catching up with me. That's the show. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed Raw. And goodbye for old time's sake. Boom. Peace.